We knew that Everything Everywhere All at Once was going to be a trippy movie, but we were not prepared for what we saw last night.
No.
Of all the places I could be.
I mean, this movie, guys, is a psychedelic kaleidoscope of ideas and themes and is best watched under the influence
Of strong drugs.
No. Of open-mindedness.
Oh,
I was not finished. Of open-minded. I would never tell the viewers to do that stuff.
Of course.
Be
Never.
open-minded and you'll
Never.
enjoy this movie and appreciate it.
It was a masterpiece. I mean, I'm gonna give it 5 reels for sure. What?
Welcome back to the Real Screeners, guys. And before we get into this review of a wild ride of a movie, we do want to ask you guys to please consider subscribing to our channel if you like our content. Hit the like button because that helps the algorithm get this video out
Smash
to more
the button.
eyes. That's right. Smash
it.
And of course, hit that notification bell so that you know every time we upload a video.
Absolutely. And so let's delve right into Everything Everywhere All
take
at
that dive.
Once. Directed by Dan Kwan and Dan Scheinert, also known as the Daniels. We basically have Michelle Yeoh starring as Evelyn, who plays a middle-aged Chinese-American woman who runs a laundromat. And when the movie opens, she is about to get ready to meet with her tax auditor because she is, the IRS is auditing her. And
Because she's all over the place. She's everywhere.
And that's how the movie opens. We're not giving anything away. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you enter into this crazy, non-stop, frenetic, hyperkinetic,
Throw in whatever adjective you have.
weird, trippy, psychedelic journey. You basically just experience different multiverses where she is kind of like shown with the different possibilities and outlooks of how her life could have played out or could play out. And it's all done through martial arts metaphors, and metaphysical ideas about the what it means to be alive and all that stuff.
Supremely existential, this movie.
Supremely cerebral, but get ready and pay attention because you will get lost. It really is a movie that requires your undivided attention so that you can make sense of all of the different scenarios. But basically, you're just seeing her story told through different lives, basically.
Right. And this, like you said, he hit the nail on the head there with how crazy and over the top this movie is. It is comical commentary,
Zany,
guys, and
B-movie-ish.
it does have a B movie film. It's very indie like, right?
Right.
But although sometimes the writing can be a little ham-fisted, such as with the rushed, confusing exposition and some of the characters' decisions. Overall, this is an entertaining movie that will have you laughing out loud.
Yes,
and I enjoyed it.
Yes, you're actually getting into one of my qualms with the movie, since you mentioned it, the writing. It is definitely worth a watch, and it is funny. Like, we laughed out loud so many times because some of the scenes are kind of absurd,
absurdly funny.
Over the top. And to add on to why the writing, I think, was a weakness in the movie, I feel like the movie tries to be a little too clever at times and comes off as a little pretentious.
I can see that.
And that's kind of like what held me back a little bit. But overall, I think that this is a very unique, very clever and creative film.
Right.
I really do. It's a film that's very conscious about its genre. It's a sci-fi action film with substance, with a lot of good ideas, about family, about making choices in life, approaching relationships or like conflicts or navigating different relationships. It's good.
It's like having a kitchen full of really good food, but it's kind of thrown everywhere, and if you have OCD, it's going to throw you off a little bit, but there's some good stuff to be had there.
And some clever callbacks to a couple of older films like 2001: A Space Odyssey, memorably Ratatouille.
Oh yeah,
that was a funny scene. I don't want to ruin it for people.
We're not gonna say anything.
it cleverly uses older films to
The Matrix
add
as well
to the film's message. In a nice juxtaposition. The Matrix also in there is referenced.
Yeah, we don't want to give away any details on the plot because you just go watch it and you'll have a good time. The acting, right? Let's talk about the acting. So obviously, obviously the headliner here is Michelle Yeoh, who a lot of people will know from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, as well as
Crazy Rich Asians,
and Shang-Chi, the Legend of the Ten Rings.
It's about time that she gets spotlighted like this, man. This is like
it's her movie. Yeah, she has tremendous range, and she could just still do. You know, she's 59. You know, it's anyone at 59 is gonna. You know, it's gonna be hard to do a lot of physical stuff, but she pulls it off very seamlessly. You know, she's done that a lot of her. You know, most of her life.
Yeah,
so.
She carries this film, man, and it makes the movie for sure.
Oh, and someone who I was excited to see in a movie, the first 3 minutes, I was like, Beto, you know who that is?
I did not know who it was.
Her husband, who is Waymond Wang, right? That the character is played by. I hope I'm saying this right. Ke-Huy Quan, who most people will know as Data from The Goonies and also Short Round from Indiana Jones, guys. Yeah, he's 50 years old now. And although
I did not recognize him, but I thought that was super cool. And you could, after now realizing who he was, you can see you know, some of his quirks from when he was a kid. You know?
He doesn't lean on them too much, but he still kind of has them, of course. And it's kind of a seesaw. It was kind of a seesaw performance for me, but I think he really killed it in the climax, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
That's all I'm going to say about that. We also can't forget to mention Stephanie Sue as Joy, who plays Michelle Yeoh's daughter, right? Evelyn's daughter in the film. Angsty daughter. You know, there's an interesting conflict going on between her and her mother. That's a very generational type of issue.
Absolutely.
And one of acceptance versus like tradition, I guess. And Jamie Lee Curtis has a field day in this.
She does.
She must have had a lot of fun.
She had to have. Yeah. She really pulls off this overzealous IRS auditor, you know, but at times she can be soft and also angry, and it was comical. She's a legend for a reason.
Oh man, yeah, you guys are gonna love that, fun, and you could tell. Of course, it goes without saying that because this is a martial arts action-packed, non-stop, frenetic, fast-paced movie, that there are some crazy cool special effects at play here and really good cinematography. A lot of clever usage of match cuts in order for you to kind of get like the connections, and it's seamless editing, and it's super creative when it comes to film techniques.
The effects are very psychedelic, which obviously goes with some of the themes of the movie and whatnot. The cinematographer is, I think it's Larkin Seipel. You know, it hasn't done too much. He did some work on Spider-Man No Way Home, but really good job there. You know, the fighting choreography I thought was, you know, very reminiscent of those old style kung fu Asian movies, Crouching Tiger at times. You know, overall just
very exaggerated,
a very immersive performance.
Immersive and overall a lot of exaggeration all around.
Oh yeah,
with the
a lot of kung fu tropes, by the way.
Kung fu tropes and just a lot of like, I would call it like magical realism.
Let's leave it at that. Magical realism.
Things that can only happen in different multiverses. Things that are not quite possible here. We're going to get into our real ratings now.
Let's do that.
And talk a little bit about the themes of the film as well, but I guess I'll go ahead and start.
Sure, go ahead.
In a nutshell, what I think about this movie is that it is very clever, unlike anything I've seen before in many ways, very thought-provoking. If you love martial arts, if you love, you know, crazy fighting and special effects and trippy, you know, aspects to a film, this is definitely something to watch. Of course, if you've seen Swiss Army Man, which is the film that the Daniels directed before this one, you know that it's going to be, well, pretty crazy.
Very outside the box, guys.
Very outside the box.
Outside the box that you're thinking of.
But hey, a lot more original than a lot of stuff that's coming out these days for sure. My only qualm, once again, is the over-the-top aspects of the movie. The fact that it's a little bit, I don't know, too clever for its own good sometimes. I am going to give the film 4 out of 5 reels.
Okie dokie, Pinocchio. I will say that I agree with your 4 reel rating here on this movie. I feel like that's spot on. You know, generally, guys, like he said, we were laughing all throughout this movie. This was the kind of movie where I was thinking, okay, the creators must have gotten messed up, you know, said, hey, let's just grab a bunch of ideas, shake them up in a bag, and just splatter them against the wall, and man, let's just pick them off randomly, you know, because that's how it feels.
It's a little all over the place,
but it's
a little too everything everywhere all at once.
Yes, but it is anchored, like you said, in a lot of relevant themes, guys. This movie really talks about life choices, right, and how you perceive and manage the chaos that we're all in. You know, really, nothing matters but At the same time, it does. I mean, really, we're just all like, what, specks of dust within an infinite universe or multiverse, whatever. But that doesn't mean that our lives are insignificant.
Or meaningless.
At the end of the day, you've got to find that one thing that gives your life meaning in this overwhelming chaos, this multiverse of chaos.
Yes.
And I feel like that message is really driven home in this movie toward the end. So stay with this movie, guys.
Absolutely. That wraps up our review of Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. We would love to hear your thoughts on this crazy film, so leave a thoughtful comment down below and we'll get back to you. Also, don't forget to check out our merchandise, our awesome movie themed shirts and mashup designs. We have a new one coming soon that's gonna be so tantalizing. Check that out at realscreeners.com and get a discount at checkout. And
don't forget to check us out on social media. On Facebook and TikTok, we're at Real Screeners, and Instagram, real.screeners. And again, guys, we ask you guys, if you love our content, subscribe, hit that like button on your way out, guys. Helps the algorithm get this out to more people, and hit that notification bell so that you'll know every time we upload our next video.
And please return back for our next real take on movies.
This film is a psychedelic kaleidoscope of ideas and themes, and I just...
Affirmative. Welcome back to the Real Screeners, and...
Ooh, Screeners, guys, and before we get into this wild ride of a review... No, wait a minute, it's not the review that's wild, it's a review of this wild ride of a movie. Shit.
Oh, no.
I know, right? That's going to be a wild ride just to say that. Okay.
So, shit.
I concur with your fuck.
Okay, C-3PO. That wraps up this wrap of a movie.